Major Astro had thrice Majestus here to deliver the goods, and I'm here to talk about Chiron and Cancer, the Chiron and Cancer generation. A great deal of us from I want to say 1989 to 1991, give or take, have Chiron and Cancer, and we're seeing how it's showing up in our lives today. A lot of the people from the Chiron and Cancer generation are healers of some kind, nurturers of some kind. Chiron, long story short, kind of shows us the bullshit part of whatever energy it's touching. It shows us what it shouldn't be like. What it can be is what we end up discovering throughout our lifetimes. And Chiron inflicts this upon us as a wound, some kind of hardship that can be very scarring. Actually, it's straight up scarring. And Chiron being the centaur that Sagittarius is affiliated with, being the wounded healer, the teacher, the one who was accidentally poisoned by a tip of an arrow. I believe it was from Hercules. And since, he's immortal, can't die, but he feels that pain all the time until eventually, after training all the gods and entities of that, he was granted the permission to, finally pass away, and the pain obviously went with him. So the thing is that wherever Chiron is in your chart, it's going to leave that wound, like I said, and it's going to be hard to manage, but we end up transmuting that later on in life. And I'm really seeing that with the Chiron in Cancer placement people, such as boy. And a lot of us have become healers in some way, either a therapist, a coach, working in social work, or as a teacher, as a mentor, which I guess you could throw coach in there as kind of that kind of a thing. And it's because the energy of Cancer has to deal with nurturing, nourishing, and protection, first and foremost. A great deal of us were in various ways not protected. And, whatever, you don't need Chiron and Cancer to have not been protected when you were younger, but more likely than not, that Chiron and Cancer probably weren't protected. And so that's what I meant by saying the bullshit part of the sign. We understand how things are supposed to be because we did not experience those things, and we had to figure out what it's actually like. Cancer is also associated with familial energy, family-like energy, home-like energy, the status of being in a sanctuary. And so a lot of us try to be that for others because we know the sting, the pain of not having that for ourselves. Here's the thing though, we end up doing that pretty much to our detriment. OD, super hard. And we start caring a lot more than we really should. And thus the wound continues because then we start tending to do an excess of caring. And that's not good either. Too much of something is bad. It's the same as kind of not having it, you know what I mean? So I've noticed that a lot of people, and this, again, it's not just limited to the Chiron and Cancer people. It could be any Cancer placement. It can be anybody that has a malefic in the 4th house, but particularly with the Chiron and Cancer people, this is where I think a portion of people, perhaps of older gens, Gen X, baby boomers, say that we're the millennials. Not all millennials have Chiron and Cancer, but whatever. But I feel very strongly about this particular section that, we're snowflakes and we're soft and all that because we care. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they're right. Sometimes even us millennials, we care too much. And now look at us Look at us doing all the stuff, doing these jobs we don't fuck with, and that's fine because that's everybody, right? It's very rare to actually have jobs that you fuck with and all this other shit. The point is that we require a balance of sorts. Understanding the thing I've been saying about the power of Cancer for a long time, Cancer placements. Listen the fuck up. We're not going to find the security, nurturing, and nourishment and validation from an external source. It's got to come from within. There's no amount that you do, no amount of nurturing and nourishing others will bring you the comfort that you seek from that wound. It has to come from within, from yourself. The Chariot is the card associated with the energy of Cancer in the tarot, and it's talking about true victory. The true victory doesn't come when you have this need for control and taking hold of the reins. Look on that card. Go look it up right now. Pause this video. Go look up the Rider-Waite-Smith Chariot card in the tarot. You'll see that the image has a person in a chariot being pulled by two sphinxes. There's not one set of reins on those sphinxes. They're attached to the chariot so they can pull it, but the person in there is not driving them. This is representative of not really caring kind of where you end up, just knowing that wherever you are, you're going to be able to triumph and achieve true victory because the security lies within. So remember, this is Cancer placements and Chiron in Cancer in particular. Let's care and prioritize about us first, because putting all of, I'm not saying don't care about nobody or nothing else. I'm just saying care about you first. Major Astro, Thrice Majestic, signing the McFuck out.